Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to another session in the mini series Sirah Nabi, Life of the Holy Prophet. This part is about the life of the Holy Prophet from the time he was born to the time he migrated to Medina, from the time he was born to the Hijrah. Where was the Holy Prophet born? The Holy Prophet was born in Mecca. When was the Holy Prophet born? He was born on the 12th day in the month of Rabiul Awal in the year of the elephant. The 12th day in the month of Rabiul Awal in the year of the elephant. Why was it called the year of the elephant? Because in that year, Abraha from Yemen came to attack Mecca. Right. This story is recorded in the Holy Quran in the Surah Al-Fil, right? And about 1 month after this, the Holy Prophet was born. Who was his mother? His mother was Aminah. And who was his father? His father was Abdullah. Abdullah, the father of the Holy Prophet, has passed away a few months before the Holy Prophet was born. And about a week after the Holy Prophet was born, a tribeswoman from the tribe Sa'ad by the name of Halimah came to take the baby to grow up in the countryside. This was the tradition of the Quraysh. Who were the Quraysh? The Quraysh were the people of the Holy Prophet. So, this woman, Halimatus Sa'diyah, witnessed the Holy Prophet. When the Holy Prophet was 4 years old, something happened. Two men in white came to take the Holy Prophet, and the children who were playing with the Holy Prophet ran to Halimah. Come quickly! They killed the Prophet, they killed Muhammad. So Halimah quickly ran to the scene and found the Holy Prophet on the ground, very weak. The Holy Prophet told Halimah what happened. These two men were Malaikat, angels, and one of them was Jibril. Jibril cut open the chest of the Holy Prophet, took out his heart, washed it with water from the well of Zam Zam, removed something black from inside the heart and threw it away, then put the heart back in the chest of the Holy Prophet and sewed it up. Right? That is when the Holy Prophet was only 4 years old. When the Holy Prophet was 6 years old, he went back to live with his mother. His mother was Aminah. Now, Aminah missed her husband Abdullah very much. Abdullah, the father of the Holy Prophet, died a few months before the Holy Prophet was born. So Aminah took the Holy Prophet with her to visit the grave of Abdullah, the father of the Holy Prophet. On the way back, Aminah fell sick and she passed away. So, at the age of 6, the Holy Prophet had no father and no mother. His father had died before he was born, and his mother died when he was 6 years old. So now, who looked after the Holy Prophet? His grandfather, Abdul Muttalib. Abdul Muttalib looked after the Holy Prophet until the age of 8. At the age of 8, when the Holy Prophet was 8 years old, his grandfather Abdul Muttalib passed away. And then his uncle Abu Talib, the brother of Abdullah, the father of the Holy Prophet, looked after the Holy Prophet. Abu Muttalib looked after the Holy Prophet from the age of 8. At the age of 12, Abu Talib and the Holy Prophet went on a long journey to Sham. Sham is somewhere where Syria is now. They went on a trading journey. On the way, they stopped at a place called Bushrah. In Bushrah, there was a Christian priest by the name of Buhaira. Buhaira came to meet Abu Talib and he checked the Holy Prophet and found the mark of the Prophet on the back of the Holy Prophet between his shoulder blades. Then Buhaira told Abu Talib to take good care of the Holy Prophet. Why? Because the Jews and the Christians knew about the coming of the last prophet, but they were not happy that the last prophet did not come from their tribes. So Buhaira told Abu Talib to take good care of the Holy Prophet. That was at the age of 12. The Holy Prophet grew up as a shepherd. He looked after goats, and when he reached the age of 25, a woman by the name of Khadijah. Khadijah was a rich woman, very well-known woman in Mecca. She was a successful businesswoman, a rich woman, and she had heard about the Holy Prophet. She was very impressed by his honesty, and she was also very impressed by his business ability. So she hired the Holy Prophet to trade on her behalf. So at the age of 25, the Holy Prophet went to Sham again. This time he was accompanied by Sirah, who was the servant of Khadijah. They went to Sham, traded, and came back. And Sirah told Khadijah everything that happened. What the Prophet did was he did a very successful business trip. He brought back more than twice the amount of money that Khadijah gave him as capital. Right. So Khadijah was even more impressed by the Holy Prophet. Now, Khadijah was a widow. She was without a husband. She wanted to marry the Holy Prophet. So she sent her friend Nafisa. To propose to the Holy Prophet. At first, the Holy Prophet was reluctant to accept the proposal because the Holy Prophet was worried that he could not support a wife. However, Nafisa told him, "Don't worry, this woman is well off. She can take care of herself." So the Holy Prophet agreed to go and meet Khadijah, and then the Holy Prophet consulted his uncle, and his uncle consulted Khadijah's uncle, and after all these consultations, it was finally decided that the marriage was on. So, at the age of 25, when the Holy Prophet was 25, he married Khadijah, who was 40 years old at that time. They had a very good marriage, a very fruitful marriage. They had many children together. One of their children, Fatima, married Sayyidina Ali. Fatima was a daughter of the Holy Prophet from his marriage with Khadijah. At the age of 40, the Holy Prophet went up to the cave Hijrah, and he met Jibril. Jibril was the angel who brought him the first Quranic revelation. Jibril said to the Holy Prophet, "Iqra." Iqra means recite or read. And the Holy Prophet replied, "I can't. I am illiterate." Jibril insisted, "Iqra." He said again 3 times, "Iqra, Iqra, Iqra." And finally, the Holy Prophet recited after Jibril. This first Quranic verse is recorded in the Surah Al-Alaq. And the first word of the Surah is Iqra. The Holy Prophet went home and he was very scared. He was shivering. Khadijah, his wife, saw the Holy Prophet shivering and she covered him with blankets to keep him warm. And she asked him what happened. And the Holy Prophet told her Khadijah went to talk to her cousin, who was a Christian, and the cousin told her that this is the prophet that they had all been waiting for. So, at the age of 40, the Holy Prophet was officially raised to the stage of prophethood at the age of 40. Now, in the beginning, the Holy Prophet preached Islam quietly, secretly, to his family and to his friends. After a few years, he began to preach openly. And what happened was, the Quraysh of Mecca were very angry. They were afraid that the Holy Prophet would teach the people to go away from the worship of their idols. So they began to persecute the Muslims. At the age of 49, something happened. Abu Talib, the uncle of the Holy Prophet, the man who had brought him up, the man who had protected him, passed away. And not long after that, Khadijah, the first wife of the Holy Prophet, also passed away. So in a very short time, the Holy Prophet lost two of the most important people in his life, Abu Talib, his uncle, and Khadijah, his wife. He was very sad. And that's when Allah gave him Isra Miraj. What was Isra Miraj? Isra is traveling from Mecca to Baitul Maqdis in Jerusalem. Miraj is from Baitul Maqdis up to the seventh level of heaven. Rasulullah ﷺ, the Holy Prophet, went together with Jibril and went to receive the commandment about Salah, about the prayer times, 5 times a day. Right, that was at the age of 49. The Quraysh people continued to persecute the Muslims in Mecca. And finally, the Holy Prophet received the commandment to migrate to Medina. So, after 13 years of preaching in Mecca, after suffering so much persecution at the hands of the Quraysh, the Holy Prophet was commanded to migrate to Hijrah to Medina. This was after 13 years when the Holy Prophet was 53. At the age of 53, the Holy Prophet, with his friends and followers, migrated to Medina. This was the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Islam. So that in brief is the story of the Holy Prophet from the time he was born to the time he migrated to Medina. Many things happened. I only talk about a few of the important events. Right? So when was the Holy Prophet born? On the 12th day of the month of Rabiul Awal, in the year of the elephant. When did he become a prophet? When he was 40 years old, when he met the angel Jibril in the cave Hira. And when did he migrate to Medina? He migrated to Medina after 13 years of preaching in Mecca at the age of 53. At the age of 53, Rasulullah ﷺ, the Holy Prophet, migrated Hijrah to Medina and began a new chapter in the history of Islam. Thank you very much for following this program. Thank you very much. We'll meet again in part 2. Part 2 is about the life of the Holy Prophet from the time he migrated to Medina until his death. Right. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. Bye-bye.